I don't think I can minimize it.
Oh, shit balls. It's okay. I just will not look over there.
Okay. Hello and welcome to our video that we're making. I thought it would be fun to do a reading of Proof I Exist 33. So last year at this time I made a time capsule zine, which I had never done before or heard of or thought of before, but I thought it would be fun. And I made a zine and I mailed it out to people and said, do not open this until Christmas of 2021, which is now. We're shooting this a few days before Christmas, but I'm going to upload it on Christmas of 2021. And with me is Alicia. So Alicia, I often refer to her as AJ because her middle name starts with a J. But she's the one that I always write about in all my zines, and a lot of people already know her. So she was going to be here, and we're going to do reaction. So I wrote a zine, and I packed it into this, and on the back there was a woman with toilet paper. Remember the toilet paper?
Yeah, there was no toilet paper.
2020 was all about trying to find toilet paper. That seems like
get any.
That seems like forever ago. I wanted to show real quick how I did this. So this is just a regular piece of paper that I got at a thrift store that was kind of like holiday style paper, and then I made the title and the explanation, and then I put an upside down picture of the toilet paper woman, and then I just photocopied it, a regular black and white photocopy onto this paper. So I thought it would fold up like a little package like that. So I just thought that might be cool for people.
That's pretty cool.
Proof I Exist 33.
That's pretty cool. I get to read it now.
I don't know if you've ever seen this.
Has anyone seen this except you?
I guess not.
This is exciting. Proof I Exist number 33, the time capsule issue, written in December of 2020.
Yes.
He's printing 100 copies of this today to be given away to his closest friends and family. This is a limited edition of 100.
So it has of course Crap Hound graphics from one of my mini Crap Hounds. So I thought I would just read this, and Alicia and I can comment on it, and we can see. I don't really remember what's in this, so it's interesting though, because I'm doing it again, and I just got done writing the next one today. So I don't know what's in this one, but let's read. Okay, Proof I Exist number 33. A friend of mine recently told me that a letter I'd written her in April didn't arrive until October. Wow, I replied, it's like a postal time capsule. So much had happened since that letter that it was almost meaningless, but in another way it gave us cool insight into our recent past. I don't remember what friend it was that I wrote that letter to. So this is the zine time capsule. I'm writing it on December 8th, 2020, and if you followed my instructions, then you shouldn't be reading it until Christmas of 2021. How much will the world change in the next year? How much will our individual lives change? Whatever the answer, I hope you enjoy this zine. On to page 2.
Moment of truth.
What is life like in December of 2020? The most impactful aspect, of course, is still COVID-19. That virus has been around for a year now, and currently the spread of it is at an all-time high. There are currently 68 million cases in the world and 1.5 million deaths. Much of that is in the US, which has 15 million cases and 290,000 deaths.
Y'all know it's almost like a million right now.
Yeah, I think we're at... So
it's like almost 900,000?
Yeah. I don't think we're at a million US deaths yet. I think we're over 5 million worldwide, but yeah, like 800 something in the US. I remember in 2020, I was on the internet like every day checking the numbers. Like every day.
I remember, yeah.
Like, oh, we got 5 more deaths today. Like, now it's sort of like, I don't know.
Yeah, in December of 2020, you had just gotten out of lockdown for like a month, right?
Yeah.
You'd been at work for maybe a month, and
then
they closed it again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we were closed for 6 months or something, 6 or 7 months, and then, open for a month and then closed again through the holidays. So at this point in my life, I've been back to work since April, so I've been at work for 8 months now, and it seems good. But
yeah, I think they closed it right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay. So you weren't back at work.
There
Never
weren't.
mind, I apologize.
Like the beginning of 2021 of this year, there was a lot of close downs. But in 2020, everything was closed down all the time.
Yeah.
Half of the people in the U.S. wear masks and take it seriously. Half do not. That's about the same.
That's about the same.
Some states have mask mandates. Some do not. Gatherings of more than 10 people are either prohibited or at least discouraged. Large events like sports or music are not really happening. I haven't played a show since January of 2020 and haven't gone to one since February.
You played a couple shows, you and your band.
This year, 2021, we played a few shows and I went to a good amount of shows. I went to at least 1 or 2 shows a month. You didn't really go out this year.
No, I still was not. It made me feel weird to be around a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable. It made me feel weird too. I would just do it anyway and then hope for the best and take a test the next week.
Yeah.
Will any of this change? I have no idea. I may read this in December of 2021 and still not have gone to any shows. Well, I did go to shows. Supposedly, there are 2 different vaccines coming in the next month. For the most part, I think we all agree that a vaccine is a good idea, but the flip side of it is that no one, and I mean no one, trusts the government. Yeah. Especially this government. So only like 40 or 50% of the U.S. population says they will take the vaccine. But the very first doses will go out to doctors and nurses, so I think I will eventually take it. If the people fighting COVID are going to take the vaccine, shouldn't the rest of us?
Yeah. The vaccine came out, and I don't know how many people, the percentage in the U.S. are vaccinated.
I think about 2/3.
Yeah, so that's more.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It's more than what 50% said they would, 60% actually did, so
that's better than at that time, so that's good.
Yeah.
We got our vaccines.
Yes.
That's cool, and we just got boosted.
Yes. So I've had 3 shots.
Booster club.
Booster club, which is a whole other discussion. The other big news in the U.S. is the ongoing election. Oh, yeah. It's been over a month since we voted, and several states have had recounts, and there's no doubt that Biden got more votes. Won the electoral votes, won the popular vote by 7 million. Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
It's before January 6th.
It is.
This Billy in here does not know that's going to happen next
This is a month away from the shit storm. Trump has still not conceded the election. Never did. A year later, still hasn't. Never conceded the election. Is still fighting it in court. Is still telling people there was massive fraud, though there is no evidence of it. Hopefully Biden will be inaugurated next month and Trump will just fade away. But who the fuck knows? Trump kind of faded away, but
that guy is like a stain
that you can't get out.
Just can't get out.
He's not like on the news every day like he was for 4 years.
I wish he would drink that bleach that he wanted to drink
to disinfect it inside of his body.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the U.S. has been on the verge of civil war for 4 years, and it still feels that way. I think that's a little more chilled out now. Sort of, maybe.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't either. A couple months ago, there was a militia arrested in Michigan for their plot to kidnap the governor. Then a couple of nights ago, also in Michigan, a bunch of armed protesters went to the house of the Secretary of State chanting and claiming voter fraud. Yeah.
That was scary.
We all bitched and moaned and protested when Trump won in 2016, but none of us took guns to anybody's house.
That's true.
Hopefully all the voter shit chills out in the next year, all the protests and armed militias. Honestly, it's scary. Yeah, I feel like it's less scary now, but there's still a lot of shit going on.
So much shit has, like, violent stuff has happened like that. Like,
yeah.
The month after this.
Yeah, the insurrection.
It's just an example.
Yeah. All right, moving on. What else is going on in the world? Climate change, of course. That's been going on for 100 years, though. It gets worse every year, and 2020 was pretty bad.
2021 is even worse.
Yeah, so it's December 17th, so like last week, a giant mile-wide tornado went through Kentucky in mid-December. It went for 200 miles and fucked up a lot of shit, and it's really awful, and yeah. Climate change, always here.
Even in New Mexico, Chicago hasn't had snow yet. Illinois, like Chicago, there's no snow. Illinois just told me
The
there's
weather,
no snow.
the weather makes no sense.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
They haven't had a snowfall.
Yeah. It gets worse every year, and 2020 was pretty bad. This year there were horrendous fires through California, worst ever. Arizona and Colorado as well. The East and South had record-breaking hurricane season with 30 named storms, 12 of which made landfall. Lots of damage, lots of flooding. Currently there are winter storms coming at the Northeast area with snow and ice. Will any of this change in 2021? Probably more of the same. At least we will have a president who takes it seriously. Biden has already made moves to study and combat climate change.
Yeah.
I mean, he says climate change is real, but
yeah,
he's still a friend to big corporations. Anyway, by the way, what kind of president will Biden be? I'm not a huge fan of the guy, but thank God he's not Trump. But he is old and kind of senile. He broke his ankle last week playing with his dog. Will his health hold up? It's an honest question, and I don't know. If Kamala Harris takes over, I hope she's as badass as she seems. I like her, what little I know of her.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Biden?
I mean, no.
He's not Trump, right?
He's not Trump.
On a personal note, will I ever get my typewriter fixed? Nope. My apologies for the typos. Certain keys stick, others don't type properly, you know. Plus, my computer isn't printing right now. Frustrating time for me and tech. Lots of typos and scratched out words. I have my 2 typewriters up there on the back. You can see sitting up there on the back.
Doink, doink.
Yeah, I need to still get. They both have issues, but you know that's typewriters. Alicia's getting the framing perfect here. She kind of didn't even want to be in the frame, and she keeps trying to hide out of screen. Alright, speaking of tech, the iPhone 12 is all the rage, and people also seem pretty hyped on the new 5G network that is coming. I still have a flip phone and couldn't care less. But some people are stoked. Of course, others claim 5G will give us cancer or give us COVID or whatever else. So, dear friends, in 2021, tell me, is 5G normal life now? Don't even think about it? Or did it literally cause society to collapse? I'm so excited to hear the final verdict.
Man, is that sarcasm or what?
You know, people were talking so much about 5G a year ago, and now it's just sort of...
Yeah, because didn't they say something about how everyone has to do it or something like that?
Yeah, and so I still have a flip phone.
Or attacking,
Dude, some guy shot at it was a woman down south, and she was shooting at a repair guy that was on the top of a 5G network, shooting with a gun, trying to shoot this guy down because he's installing 5G, and she called the cops. I don't know, it was crazy. I just got a new... I don't know where it's at. I just got a new flip phone that's going to be a 5G flip phone because my 3G flip phone that they said would stop working after 2019 is finally starting to not always work.
2 years later, yeah.
I've been holding out as long as possible,
but when you can't really make phone calls.
I was late for work the other day and I couldn't call my boss to tell him that I was going to be late. I'm like, shit, maybe I should get a phone that calls. So I'm finally getting a 5G phone, but I'm still sticking with a flip phone. I'm
sorry, Billy.
Yeah. But yeah, we talked about 5G a lot, and now, by the way, do I think 5G is bad? Yeah, I think all cell phone things are bad. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for bees. I don't know that they cause cancer, or certainly not COVID, of course, but
you don't really know.
I think
we'll find out when we're dead.
I kind of feel like all progress is bad. I just want to live in nature and do nothing. All right, the economy is weird but good. Lots of people like me are currently out of work because of COVID, but we remain hopeful that we will soon return. Certainly, there are small mom and pop shops going out of business right now. Lots of restaurants and diners closing up for good. Alicia and I do our best to order takeout once or twice a week. Not that we have money to throw around, but we want those favorite places of ours to make it through all of this. Yeah, that's been a tough go, I guess.
Yeah, I think people are bouncing back a little bit, but I think we did lose some shops.
Yeah, I know here in Albuquerque, there's definitely a couple places that went out of business in 2020.
Than a couple, yeah.
And also IHOP. I thought IHOP went out of business, but they still have them in Las Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but all the IHOPs in Albuquerque are closed. They're car shops and car lots and stuff now.
Maybe they're like, Albuquerque doesn't want pancakes.
Dude, Denny's took over, and then we have a couple Waffle Houses, but there's no IHOPs in Albuquerque at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's weird. Anyway, whatever.
Halfway through. So yeah, lots of people out of work, but there hasn't yet been that massive wave of evictions that we're all worried about. Might still happen, but people are still shopping and stores still have food. There isn't a crazy rush on toilet paper like there was in April, but most stores will limit your purchase to 2 or 3 packs per person. And through all this, the stock market just goes up and up and up. The Dow Jones is over 30,000, which is the highest ever. The rich keep getting richer, but also the average person is more and more able to buy stock. I recently bought $500 worth of stock on an app called Robinhood. That stock is now worth $600. Will it double in the next year? It will. My stock's worth like $1,200 now. I think. I haven't checked it in a month. During lockdown, I was checking Robinhood like every day, like, Bitcoin's up to 42,500. Oh no, Bitcoin's down to 41,000. And like now
I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, I only halfway do. It is like a video game.
Like
it is fun.
I barely know what's going on with my 401k, and I barely know what that means.
Will my stock double in the next year, or will it be worth absolutely nothing? I can't say just now. But as much as I resent rich people for getting richer, and as much as I resent the stock market, of course I hope the economy continues to flourish in 2021. For the most part it did. The economy is still pretty strong.
I don't know. There's lots of inflation.
Yes, actually, there is a lot of inflation.
Lots of things. The whole supply
gas is more
chain.
expensive. Food's more expensive right now.
Oh yeah, food's expensive.
Yeah.
Everything's more.
Speaking of rich people, Jeff Bezos is the top of the list with over $100 billion. Amazon by far is the dominant company in the world. Elon Musk is right up there too, though his worth is tougher to determine. He runs a few companies and his money is spread around. But Tesla has been very successful, so are more electric cars coming? Will they become more common? His other big company is SpaceX, which has already accomplished more than any other private space company. I think Elon Musk is the richest person now. I think he passed Bezos, but
oh, really?
It's hard to tell. They're both super fucking rich. Lots of rich people went to space this year in 2021. At least you don't give a fuck. I guess that pretty much sums it up for world events. I could go on and on about what life is like, but mostly it's all just dominated by COVID. I miss the normal things like handshakes and hugs, and I hope we can return to that in 2021. Definitely more hugging and handshaking in 2021 than there was in 2020. We might not. When will I go bowling or play pinball? I got to do those things this year. When will I go see a movie or act in a friend's movie or start a new band? Shit, when will I go to a zine fest? The last one was 10 months ago, the Dear Diary Zine Fest in Berkeley. And for that matter, when will I travel again? The DDZF was the last time I left the state of New Mexico. I've had months and months with no work or any real responsibilities, but all of the time has been here in New Mexico. I miss my mom, I miss Chicago and Baltimore, I miss Mexico and Belize. When will I get to explore safely?
Yeah.
Did that change in 2021?
That's what I really want. I wonder when we're going to, people are still traveling more, I guess. I haven't really gotten to go anywhere outside of New Mexico, really, or within the Southwest, and I want to. I really got that bug to travel.
Yeah.
But it's like weird because if we go out of the country, there's a lot of things you gotta be aware of. I mean, there's always things you gotta be aware of when you're leaving your country to another one, but with COVID, it makes it twice as
everything's more complicated.
Yeah. And I'm sad. I really want to go some places.
I left the state twice this year. Did you leave? You left once for sure. Twice.
I left twice.
Yeah.
Both to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Once I drove, and the second time I flew, but
yeah,
that was because we had to.
Yeah, but did not leave the country. Maybe next year. We'll see. All right. And you reading this in 2021, do you remember what it was like a year ago? Have any of us traveled in 2021? Can we go bowling again? Can we go to show?
It's the second time you mentioned bowling.
I mean, I'm not a big bowler, but once in a while.
You really like bowling.
Apparently I do. In this scene, I love bowling. Can we go to shows or football games? If not, then I'm so sorry. That sucks. If so, be very thankful. Those little bits of social interaction are so important. So how about a few personal observations? Enough about the world, let's talk about me. It is a zine after all. Currently, I am living with my partner Alicia in ABQ in a house on Cole Avenue. We've been here since August. It's okay.
Is that what it says?
It's okay.
Oh, it's on Cole. I thought it was. Oh yeah, because we didn't buy this
We were
house
renting.
till
I know. I'm
next
about to.
year. I forgot.
A fine place,
It's okay.
but nothing special. We want to start looking for a new place to live and to buy a house.
We did it.
We talked about it for a while now, and I hope 2021 is the year that we buy a house together. Nailed it.
Check mark.
Check it off. My music life has been weird but good. My rock band, The High Watts, has an album coming out this week. I'm excited about that. We've only played one show back in January, so maybe we'll get to have a second show in 2021.
How many have you had? Like one every month?
We just had one canceled last week. COVID cancel.
You had at least 3.
We played, I think, 5 shows total this year.
That's a lot.
I think we've played 6 shows total in our career of 3 years.
That's like one every couple months.
Yeah.
5 shows.
Yeah, I think we played 5. And I hope we are all doing well and getting along. We almost broke up over the quarantine summer. Oh yeah, we sort of broke up.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's 5 people in the band.
Yeah, you guys got back together though.
Yeah, there's always drama.
Yeah, you guys had a cancellation this past couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or was it last week? Yeah.
Earlier this month, yeah.
Because the touring band, someone in the touring band, they were exposed to COVID or something like that. Or they got COVID. And they had to cancel the show.
There's only 2 places in Albuquerque that put on shows. It's really difficult. Anyway, I've also been playing.
That's true anymore, but.
I mean, it's not exactly true. Maybe it's just only 2 places that we've played. Anyway, I've also been playing acoustic guitar on my own and hope to have an album out in the next couple months under the name Billy McCall. I've been talking about this for years, so I hope 2021 is finally the year I release a solo album. Nailed it. As many of you know. 2 pages left.
That was great.
We're at 22 minutes in this video. Not too bad, right? Okay. My zine writing life is going pretty well. In 2020, I released the zine game, as well as my book, For Your Depression, not to mention a lot of zines and newsletters. In 2021, I hope to publish a compilation book of all my casino zines. I did not do that.
But you did another thing.
I did a different book, though. Hopefully the casino one is next year. I may also republish one of my old books, we'll see, and lots of zines. At least one new issue of the casino zine. Up soon will be a zine called Brand Names, which I haven't told anyone about. Up next will be a zine called Brand Names, which I haven't told anyone about, and I hope to finish the State Flag series. Brand Names, I was doing the writing and someone else was doing the illustrations, and the person doing my illustrations vanished off the face of the earth, so that zine got sidelined. The State Flags series I got done and turned into a book, so that's good. It
looks great.
Thank you.
Should I grab it?
It's over there somewhere. They've all seen it.
All right, it's great.
Actually, I might throw all those together and put them out as a book.
Check.
This will be issue 33 of Proof I Exist, and I hope to do 2 or 3 more issues in 2021. I'm up to 36, so I did 3 issues this year.
I got that one too. True prediction.
Yeah. What goals did you have in 2021? Did you get there? What awesome accomplishments did you achieve that you weren't even meaning to? I think that's it for this issue. Life is weird for me right now, but not too bad. I love my life, actually. I love my life, actually. I read that kind of weird. I love my life, actually. I'm happy and healthy. I'm eating well. I go for jogs. I paint and write and play music. I hope that continues into next year, and I hope you are well wherever you are. I think I will print this zine, then put it away for a year. Come December of 2021, I will read it again and maybe do another. Maybe you should do one as well. A December time capsule. A lot can change in a year. I think that's important. I think it's important to appreciate that. Yay!
Awesome!
So there you go. Proof I Exist 33. Full of predictions and whatevers.
Good job,
Thank you.
That was cool.
Thank you to Alicia. You can all comment and say how cool she is.
I did a thing. I sat here.
She sat here and commented. And that's all. Merry Christmas. We'll upload this on December 25th. And happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy everything.
Happy New Year.
Bye.